If you do not want to get hurt in life, then learn to live alone. A person learns to live alone when he realizes that there is no one to support him now. Being alone and crying alone sometimes makes a person very strong. If possible, learn to live alone. The person on whom you depend the most will also give you the most pain. Learn to walk alone. It is not necessary that the person who is with you will be with you tomorrow too. Living alone also has a different kind of peace. Neither the happiness of someone's arrival nor the sorrow of someone leaving. True-hearted people may remain alone in life, but God definitely supports such people. Life is full of many difficulties, and those difficulties have to be faced alone. Your problem is that you cross the ocean for those people who would not even cross a bridge for you. It is better to make friends by loving than to make enemies by insulting them. New leaves do not come on a tree without autumn. Similarly, without difficulty and struggle, good days also do not come for a person. Your opinion is very important, otherwise you will remain silent, and people will continue to do as they please. A fool not only harms himself, but also harms the one who helps him. It is said that religion is greater than money, but to get a quick darshan in the temple, one has to pay more money. Have you ever thought that with the changing times, not only the lifestyle of people is changing, but the way of living is also changing? Today, there are many people who live alone either due to some compulsion like job, etc. And there are some people who like to live alone by their own will without any compulsion. They do their work alone with true dedication. People who live alone by their own will have many basic qualities. Such people achieve a lot in life very soon, and on the other hand, there are people who cannot stay alone even for a moment. Being alone for such people is like being a prisoner in a dark cell for life. Then, such people get entangled in this hectic life because they do not like to stay alone. They do not have time for themselves. They do not have time for their work. Then, such people regret thinking that if only they had taken time for themselves by staying away from this hectic life, then such days would not have come today. But staying alone is not an easy task for everyone, and staying alone does not mean that we stay away from our family, relations, or friends. There is also an art of staying alone, which we will try to understand through this story. How can we advance our work, our respect, our reputation, our bright future while living in solitude? We will also know about those 7 invaluable qualities of living alone, so you must watch this video till the end. A person came to a Guruvar and said, "Gurudev, what is the reason for my suffering?" Guruvar was a very enlightened person. Guruvar said that sticking yourself to things, holding on to things, and running after them by getting attached to those things is the reason for your suffering. That person thanked the Guruvar and said that, "Gurudev, you have solved my problem." That person said that I wanted a solution to my problem for so many days. "Thank you, Gurudev." Saying this, that person started leaving from there. Guruvar said that listen to the whole thing. That person said, "No, Gurudev, I have got your hint. That is enough." And a hint is enough for an intelligent person. After a month, that person again came to Guruvar. This time the condition of that person was very bad. He was very sad and fell straight at the feet of the Guru and said, "Gurudev, I did exactly what you said, but I did not get happiness. I am getting more sorrow." Thursday asked that person, "What did you do?" That person said, "I was getting hurt by my family, friends, relatives, so I left them and went away. I was feeling very good for 2 to 4 days, but slowly I started missing them. I started missing my parents, my wife, my children. I started missing my relatives, even my enemies. I have not felt so much pain even while living with them, as much pain I felt after being away from them. That is why today I set out to go back home and came to you. Why did you give me such wrong advice?" "Gurudev." Thursday smiled, and Guruvar said that you ran away, leaving behind your family, friends, relatives, and even students, but it was your misunderstanding that you were running away, leaving behind. Actually, you were running away with them. The person said, "But Gurudev, I did not bring anyone with me." Guruvar said that the things that give us pain are not found anywhere outside. Even the things that give us happiness are not found outside. Where do all these family members, relatives, friends, enemies reside here? All these reside in our mind, and when you ran away, you took your mind with you, and all these things in your mind ran away with you. So you did not go far from them. When the things that reside in the mind and are around, the pain that they cause us feels a lot, but it is very less, and when we get away from other things, that is, we run away leaving behind, then the mind starts trying again to get those things. And then everything causes a lot of pain, like it is happening to you. The person said, "Gurudev, what should I do? If I stay with things, there is no sorrow. If I leave things, there is no sorrow. I have taken birth only to suffer." Thursday started laughing loudly and said that this is absolutely true. Everyone is born here only to suffer. But it is also true that happiness is at the base of both of these, and sorrow is beyond those pleasures. Then happiness, and then sorrow. The things in which we see happiness give us sorrow, and the things in which we see sorrow become the cause of happiness. That person said, "Gurudev, is there no way to get out of this illusion of happiness and sorrow?" Thursday said, "There's a way. If you want to live in this world, want to live with all these people, then you have to do one thing. So live like you are alone in this world. Live with everyone, but be alone." That person said, "But Gurudev, how can this happen?" He took that person to a place where a fair was going on, and there was a lot of crowd there. Thursday said, "Look, do you know anyone around here?" That person said, "No, Gurudev, there is no one here who knows me." Thursday said, "Are you alone here?" The person said, "Yes." "Gurudev, I am absolutely alone." Guruvar said, "No, something is going on in your mind, you are not alone." Then the person said, "Yes, I want to go to my home as soon as possible. I want to meet my wife, my children, my parents, and my friends. That is what is going on in my mind." Guruvar said, "Now, forget all this and close your eyes and put your full attention on the sounds happening here." The person did the same, and as soon as he closed his eyes and put all his attention on the sounds happening there, he felt a loneliness. He felt that he was alone, even in such a big crowd. Because of focusing on all the sounds, no sound had any importance. There were just voices, and he was there. He opened his eyes and said, "Gurudev, I am all alone here. Everyone is there, but nothing is there." Thursday said, "This is how one has to be alone. You live with everyone, but be alone from within. Everyone is with you, but no one is in your mind. One who has learned to live alone in this way never feels sad in life. Things do not give him pain. He finds happiness in everything." Thursday said further, "Great successes begin from loneliness. It is loneliness that brings us together. Do not consider your loneliness as negative. Rather consider it as solitude and try to know yourself. When you start liking solitude, it will mean that your real existence wants to meet you. So respect this love for solitude." Thursday said, "I will tell you about 7 such qualities that are found in people who live alone and make them different and better than others." Guruvar started saying, "The first quality that is found in people living in solitude is that such people are more aware of themselves than others. They know more deeply about their own nature and behavior. This happens because when we are alone, we get a lot of time to think about ourselves, due to which we are able to understand our own behavior well. People living in solitude are also able to know their weaknesses and strengths well, due to which they can face any bad situation better than other people." Guruvar said, "The second quality of people living alone is that they are people with positive thinking. When many people are with us, then bad thoughts, like comparison, jealousy, pride, greed, start coming to the mind automatically, and then the person comes under the control of these thoughts and starts doing wrong things. However, it is not that these thoughts do not come to the mind of people living in solitude, but because they are alone, thoughts like comparison, jealousy, pride, etc., come to their mind less than others. Also, because of living alone, they get more time to think about themselves, due to which they can identify their negative thoughts and reduce them, due to which such people living in solitude are more positive. The third characteristic of people living alone is that these people are more disciplined and self-reliant, because people living alone have to do most of their work themselves. Therefore, they are more self-reliant than others. Also, such people do not like the work of others. They believe in doing their work themselves. Also, these people also try to take minimum help from others because such people are self-reliant and clear about their work. Therefore, such people are also disciplined. They value their time and do not waste the time of others. Due to being alone, people also follow a fixed routine, due to which these people are more organized, and this is also a reason for them being disciplined. Guruvar further said that the fourth characteristic of people living alone is that they can think very deeply about anything. They go into great detail and depth about anything. This is the biggest characteristic of people living alone. That is why all the writers, poets, and authors of great poems, all of them like to live in solitude, because when a person is alone, he is able to hear his inner voice. All the great inventions that have happened, all of them started in solitude. Because only by living in solitude, one can think and understand anything in great detail, Guru said. The fifth quality of people living in solitude is that their personality is different from the rest. And those people who mostly live with other people or are not able to live alone, no matter how much they try, knowingly or unknowingly, some part of the personality of others comes into them. The habits of others, the thoughts of others enter them, due to which that uniqueness does not come in their personality. Their personality is a mixture of the personalities of many people, and people living in solitude spend most of their time with themselves. Therefore, they are very less influenced by the words and thoughts of others. They have their own rules and regulations to live their life, which they follow. They are not easily impressed by anyone. Therefore, the personality of such people is different and distinct from others. Therefore, there is a uniqueness in their behavior which the other person may or may not like. On Thursday, he said the sixth quality which is found in people who live in solitude is that the relationships of people who live alone are deep and strong with others. Although people who live alone do not make relations with many people, but they make relations with as many people as they want. They make them with a true heart. Such people have very few friends, but they also have many. They try to maintain their friendship with complete honesty. People often feel that people who live in solitude talk very little, but ask those with whom they are connected from their heart how much they talk to them. Such people consider them their own, and they put their heart's feelings in front of them. People living alone maintain relations with very few people, but if needed, they are ready to help from their side. Therefore, they have relations with very few people, but with whomever they have, their relations are very strong. The special feature is that people living alone are very strong mentally and emotionally, because they know that if any problem comes upon them today, they will have to deal with that problem alone. By doing this repeatedly, their self-confidence increases, and with the increase in self-confidence and self-respect, they become stronger mentally and emotionally, and those people believe that there is no such problem which they cannot defeat on the strength of their determination and willpower, and this is the thinking that makes them different from others. After saying this, Gurudev became silent, and that person said, "Gurudev, All your words are right, but when can it be said that loneliness is a blessing? Hearing this, Gurudev said, loneliness has always been a blessing, if we can use that problem with complete unity. When we are with the people of the world, then we become a part of the crowd. But when we are alone, then we are with ourselves. Only then we can make good use of our time, assess ourselves, pay attention to our hobbies, overcome our weaknesses, or we can say that we can really find the path of goodness and the destination of humanity. That person understood the words of the Guru, and he went to his home after thanking the Guru. From this, we should understand that the things that we want to get, they give us happiness till we get them, and when we get them, then they again give us pain. We want them to not be lost, and when they are lost, then they again give us pain. The pain of their departure is very deep. Throughout our life, we hold on to one thing, then hold on to the second thing, then hold on to the third thing, and keep bidding farewell to the things that are behind. In the same way, we keep holding on to happiness and also keep holding on to sorrow. But the person who has learned to live alone, he keeps getting happiness while doing everything in the family and society. He lives happily while completing all the tasks and spends his life happily. Friends, that is all in this video. We hope that you have learned a lot from it. See you in the next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you.